There's always a moment, the moment everything crashes. Not slowly, not gently. It's like one day the world loves you, and the next, it doesn't even notice you exist. You're staring at your phone, no text, no calls, just silence. The same person who used to say, "I'll never leave you," has now left and taken every piece of your heart with them. That's the fall. You stop smiling. You stop sleeping. Food tastes like paper. Music becomes noise. And the mirror, you don't even recognize who's in it anymore. You thought love would heal you, but now it's the reason you're shattered. People say, move on. But how do you move on when every memory feels like a dagger in your chest? You scroll through old messages, play old voicemails, trying to find a sign, any sign that it wasn't fake. But the truth, it ended, and now you're alone. You cry when no one's watching. You fake smiles in public. You laugh to hide the pain. But deep down you're drowning. This is where it begins. The pain, the darkness, the loneliness. But boss, remember this, every fall has a purpose. Because what breaks you can also build you. And this fall, it's not the end. It's the beginning of who you're about to become. You wake up hoping it was just a bad dream, but it's not. The bed feels colder. The room feels emptier, and your heart, it's heavy like someone poured cement inside it. This is when the heartbreak really hits. Not when they leave, but when you realize they're not coming back. It's the text that never comes. The phone that doesn't ring. The voice you were addicted to, now silent forever. You start blaming yourself. Was I not enough? Did I love too much? You question everything, even your worth. And here's the truth nobody tells you. Heartbreak doesn't just hurt, it haunts. It plays reruns in your mind at 3 a.m. It whispers lies in your ear. You'll never be loved again. You weren't good enough. But pause for a second, because in that chaos of emotion, there's something deeper forming inside you. It's not anger. It's not revenge. It's a spark that says, I can't stay broken forever. You see, boss, heartbreak is proof that you felt something real. And if you can feel that deeply, you can heal just as deeply. Let that pain sit, let it ache, but don't let it win. Because what hurts now is only preparing you for what's coming next. You try to go back to normal, but nothing feels normal anymore. The places you used to love now feel haunted. The songs you danced to now punch you in the gut. You laugh with friends, but inside, you're hollow. You're walking through life like a ghost, smiling for the world, crying behind closed doors. You stare at the ceiling at night, asking questions no one can answer. Why me? Why now? Why did they stop loving me when I never stopped? You look in the mirror and don't see confidence, beauty, strength. You see someone abandoned, forgotten, lost, and it gets quiet. Too quiet. That kind of silence that screams louder than words ever could. You scroll through social media, watch them live their new life, smiling, glowing, like you never even existed. And that's the most brutal part, isn't it? It's not just the breakup. It's the feeling that you never mattered. But listen to me now. Just because they moved on doesn't mean you didn't matter. Just because they forgot you doesn't mean you forget yourself. Boss, feeling empty isn't the end. It's a clean slate. An empty space ready to be filled. You're not lost. You're just in between who you were and who you're about to become. This is the hardest part. Not the crying, not the sleepless nights, but facing the truth that they're gone, the truth that it's over, and the most painful truth of all. You were holding on to someone who already let go. It hurts, because deep down you were still hoping, still waiting for the text, still praying they'd wake up one morning and realize what they lost. But they didn't, and maybe they never will. This is where you stop lying to yourself, stop checking their profile, stop replaying the what ifs. You take a deep breath, look in the mirror, and say, it's time. Time to stop chasing closure from people who gave you silence. Time to stop breaking your own heart trying to fix theirs. Time to stop romanticizing memories that were built on one-sided love. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it's unfair. But boss, truth is power. And when you finally face the truth, you take your first step toward freedom. Because healing doesn't start when they apologize. It starts when you accept they never will. And from this moment forward, you're no longer waiting. You're rebuilding. The truth hit you. The tears ran dry, and now something new begins. Not overnight, not with fireworks, but with small, quiet steps. You start picking up what's left, piece by piece, pain by pain. But this time, not to fix the past, to build your future. You stop asking, why did they leave? And start asking, what do I deserve next? This is not about pretending to be okay. This is about choosing to rise, even with the cracks still showing. Because broken isn't weak, it's real. You clean your space, you change your playlist, you eat your first full meal without crying, you walk outside not to escape the pain, but to breathe through it. That's rebuilding. You're not the same person anymore. You're slower, softer, but wiser. And every day you prove to yourself that healing is a choice. You write, you reflect, you rest, and most importantly, you forgive. Not for them, for you. Because forgiveness isn't approval of what happened. It's the release of what's been holding you back. And boss, the moment you start rebuilding, you've already won. Something shifts. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it's real. One morning, you wake up and the pain doesn't own you anymore. The memories are still there, but they don't control you. Their name doesn't sting like it used to. Your heart, still scarred, but beating stronger than ever. This is where power awakens, not in revenge, not in pretending you're fine, but in the decision to rise without needing them. You start showing up for yourself. You drink more water. You take that walk. You pick up your broken pieces and say, let's build something better. You no longer seek validation in others. You create it within. You realize you weren't too much. You were just too real for someone who wasn't ready. You learn to smile again, genuinely. Not because someone else gave you a reason, but because you gave it to yourself. Boss, this is strength. This is what rising looks like. The storm didn't break you. It revealed you. You were never weak. You were never too sensitive. You were just powerful, and now you know it. This is it, boss. The moment everything changes, not outside, but inside. Not because life suddenly became perfect, but because you did the work when nobody was watching. You're no longer the person who begged to be loved. You're no longer waiting for closure, for texts that never come, for people who didn't choose you. You chose yourself, and that changed everything. The pain that once crippled you, it became fuel. The silence that once broke you, it became peace. And the past that once haunted you, it became proof of your strength. Now you walk differently, not because you're trying to prove something, but because you survived something. This is your breakthrough. You're not bitter, you're better, you're not broken, you're built. And from the ashes of heartbreak, you've risen. Wiser, stronger, unstoppable. And the best part, you didn't just heal, you transformed. So now, when someone asks who you are, you don't answer with pain. You answer with power. Because that breakup, it didn't destroy you. It introduced you to the real you. Boss, you didn't just move on, you leveled up. If this story hit home, boss, you're not alone. Breakups break people, but breakthroughs rebuild them. Now it's your turn. What's your fall? And what's stopping you from turning it into power? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, because your healing journey deserves support, not silence. And remember, don't miss our next video, Letting Go with Grace, Finding Peace After a Relationship Ends. Coming soon!